Lead damage increased by 150%. Ah. Yeah, if only I knew which one is the fastest way to get there. I would say this one and go that way. It's the only one. Go up. Oh, 500 meters to run.
Too easy.
Watch out! Spectre possession.
Have some of this. Still impressive.
I really hope some creators and streamers are not as stupid as they look right now by listening exactly what the orange guy says and saying that he's right about everything. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of scary.
This quick mist is different.
How so?
Oh no.
Like it's fortified for protection.
Not again. Oh, well, that was good. Usually take hours to find this.
There is nothing for you here.
My name is Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McWraith. We are Banishers. We can help.
You haunt him.
I haunt him.
You should not be here.
You should not be here.
May I ask your name?
I'm Elizabeth. Banishers, he said.
Yes, we deal in hauntings. Hauntings like yours.
You should go.
You shouldn't be here. What binds you? What's keeping you here?
What binds you? What keeps you? Stay away from my sister. Stay away from Mary Claire. You have no business here. Be gone.
Elizabeth cares. Deeply.
Yes, she's very protective.
Perhaps something around this cove will tell us about this Mary Claire.
This is the wind that swept the land that thou and I hath sworn before with gentle palms upon the earth, and our backs hunched and hard and sore. 'Tis the silent sounds of dusk, doleful in the autumnal bliss. Blessed be thy longing hands, blessed be the home thou missest. This is the thread of wool thou spinnest, weaving warmth into our meals. Oh, O Lord, let us taste rest, let us be quiet and soft and still. This the scent of salt and water, this our ache that you absolve, this our grief for Ireland, and the strength of our resolved.
Weird. She seems hostile, but also tries to guide us towards something.
Already able to control wisps. Her ghost grows strong fast. Should we take a glimpse at the past?
Imaradas en tus.
You could have stayed home to write. How's your leg?
Still crippled. Besides, I needed air, and I like it here.
I know you like it here.
Elizabeth! Are you all right?
Yes. Wait. No. My necklace is gone.
The real lady must be Mary Claire.
Mary Claire is hobbled. Her sister must have done the chores.
Both seem to enjoy the arrangement. They work well together.
Poems notebook. And I look at her. Her hair is black as the earth I was born on. Her eye as blue as the river I bathed in. Her lips as soft as the warmth of the sunrise on the hill of Tara. And hands as brave as Fionn Mac Camhales. Okay. I'd follow her wherever she goes. I'd rather suffer 1,000 times than let her go. I'll throw myself off Balaga Halabema. Balaga Bema. If it will let me hold her hand. For sound of your eyes, though this great beating heart, I feel your presence like the wind on Muir Eran, penetrating your aura that my fingers consume, dizzy and with mirages of warrior without his conquest. By this pearl of life is all I desire, a burst of sigh I feel and understand. I imagine your delicate hands collapsing a bouquet of flowers. My love, I live you, I swear, be my blood. When the banshee howls under the full moon, he is search of her lost offspring. When Carmen dies of grief in the darkness of his prison, then you can hear the echoes of my pain. When the Tuta, the Dana, are acclaimed for saving ancient peoples, when the fairies come to bring good fortune to all the wretched, then you can hear my joy resound. Ire will always be in me. Wherever I go, her memory will be mine, and you can never take them away from me. Ire will always be in me, and when I am dead, I will return to her. My bones will be her hills, my hair shall be her forest, my blood shall be her rivers, and my ashes will be her flowers.
Voices from the dead ripple here.
Not a word, not a yearning, and yet the leaves of every tree whisper thy name away.
You used to write me poems.
If I remembered it, I'd not admit to it.
Oh, come on. It was not that bad.
Okay.
Something has me. Wards.
There's more on. They're getting me now. Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Of evening I long for, mistress of mercy. Anoint mine lips with blessed sweetness of passion. Mine O love for thee, Vita Virgo, Queen of Heaven, unfailing, I drink from thy fountain of wisdom and joy. Until morning I burn to be worthy of the covenant that binds us to the mysteries of our creation.
She is the leaf brightening upon the breeze.
How did it go? The light in your eyes.
The warmth in thy eyes.
You do remember. I am warded. I cannot.
I feel an echo ringing, like a hum.
Hell.
Ghostly voices stain this place.
Dainty sparkle of Helios's lamp shining through the space of each quivering branch.
How may I put down to paper, unreadable, leaving home, leaving it all behind. Whether she may say, I miss Iru. Words crossed, the words move, the world moves, but come now, if ever before. The shapes of what my life could have been, if I had stayed. To marry that man flicker before me in my dreams. Thou came, thou scared, those sacred, unreadable, come to me here. I heard thy voice far off and listened and left my father's golden house. Come to me here. Come to me here, come to me here.
Fleeing Island and an unwanted marriage. They risked much. It was a brave thing to do. It was so romantic. Go on, say it.
The warmth in thy eyes, in the dark of the night. The sparkle in thy voice, in the depths of my heart.
Ah, I was right. It was terrible. And I still like it.
Since the ripple of a past conversation.
Echoing chorus across the sea, there's a storm when you sleep. Our joined souls usher in the unspoken.
I wouldn't pen an engraved with the name Moira Tian. No, Moira Tinan and Elizabeth O'Hara.
Moira Tynan. Have we heard that name before?
We have now. And we found our tie.
There is nothing for you here.
Who is Moira Tynan?
No, 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 no. Please, leave it alone. Leave it be.
There's another trail. This way.
I button mine eyes and hark at the heavens' sweet rumble sigh. I mute glamour spreadeth across mine own skin, like the caress of the gently lover. I gaze upon the raindrops hastening down the glass and hurl back to the silence that haunteth the cracks. When the pauses of the storm, birds of a feather's swoosh, the whole world disappeareth into hush to heed the thundering of the earth. Not a word, not a yearning, and yet the leaves of every tree whisper thy name away.
Another messy trail left by another messy ghost.
I did spades. Huh.
Blind in this stuff. Would you mind?
Of course not.
Love poems, fortified quick mist. She's a fiercely protective ghost.
That gives her power. We should take care.
You trespass here. Leave us be.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
If a sliver of kindness yet remains in your hearts, please leave.
What happened? How did you die?
We are all mortal. I knew it, but strangely I thought myself exempt. A bad cut, badness in the blood. I rotted from within. And that was that.
You care for your sister. Tis clear you've no wish to harm her.
Do you?
No, of course not.
Leave us be. Leave Mary Claire alone. You have no business here.
She's strong and defensive. The sister, Mary Claire, should be nearby. Look for a house.
I feel the dark curse or spell we found already.
We should find that ritual Seeker told us about. I've kept her notes about the hut location. Traces of a ghost's memory resonate here.
I see the apron you wore to the river. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see its wings rise like sails in the harbour. From across the meadow, or so I believe.
Do you recognize the verse?
No, but I see spectral stains enveloping the building.
I see the apron you wore to the river. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see its wings rise like sails in the harbour. From across the meadow, or so I believe.
Do you recognize the verse?
No, but I see spectral stains enveloping the building and blocking the door. How did the poem go again? Maybe something around here refers to what's in the verses.
I see all the milk you sifted this morning. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see all its freckles sprayed onto your clogs. From across the meadow, or so I believe. I see the curds that you plucked from the way. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see the colander resting in the hay. From across the meadow, or so I believe.
Right, one more time.
Voices from the
I see the
past.
curds that you plucked from the
Waiting to be
way.
heard.
From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see the colander resting in the hay. From across the meadow, or so I believe.
Words from the past linger here.
I see the cheese you stir for me and my sins. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. Oh, please do gift me this mouthful of mercy, so the mournful morrow cleaves.
The thread is gone.
I feel something close.
By the hearth, the bed is made, the goose is cooked, the bread is baked.
The swallows back the words, caged as a wolf inside thy mouth. Thy snarl against thy throat, feral and savage. Broad. Bart, fangs plunging into the love thou wouldest tame, ripping out with blood-soaked chops. For she is the forest, the perfumed wet earth after hours of rainfall, the moment of the dower, whence the robin dows thing. She is the leaf bridling upon the breeze, and the dainty sparkle of Helios lamp shining through the space of each quivering branch. She is the moth on the undying rock, where the water yet streams through the brook, where every patched being cometh to rest. She is the peak of the eldest tree, a finger pointing to where the moon waits, and thou shalt know it full well that the wolf shall never surrender, and thou shouldst know it full well that the wolf shall howl his way out. My Elizabeth, my heart, it does me fine and great to read your letter. I thought I'd not hear from you again. At home all is well as can be well. The harvest is small, but the cow calved and we've all allowed the tenants a stay on the rent, so there is at least beef and milk. This year shall be better. Perhaps we shall lose for fever of the young men to the colonies of the war, and fewer young girls to the service in England. Like your friend Muria Tynan, none have seen hide nor hair of her in the years since she walked out of the house without a word, nor to her father, nor to her betrothed, Patriarch Orc. Her mother hasn't been the same since you left, and neither was Patriarch. But the wedding has brought some cheer for you. For you should know that Patriarch Ock gave up on Moira and has married your sister Mary Claire. He misses you as do we all, with all the good love, your father, Dadai.
This letter says Elizabeth's sister Mary Claire got married. In Ireland.
But they're here in New Eden. Wait. Of course. This isn't Mary Claire.
Moira Tynan was betrothed to some fella. Moira fled with Elizabeth to avoid the marriage.
Mary Claire isn't Elizabeth's sister. It's a pretense to allow them to be together. We know Mary Claire is not who she claims to be. We know you're not sisters.
Enough. Leave her alone now. She doesn't deserve any trouble. Leave us be.
They were in love. Their love binds them together yet. I hear it happens.
Let's go have a wee chat with them.
It still is one of the funnier games for someone with some form of dyslexia to read. It's hard enough to read normal words. Read whatever they wrote there sometimes is kind of a pain in the behind.
A ghost in love is a force to be reckoned with.
I believe you.
Yeah. I have a crazy one following me all the time.
Moira. Elizabeth. I wish to help you. Will you talk to me?
Be off with you, Scotsman.
Moira. I only wish to talk.
You shouldn't be here.
Nor should you, Elizabeth.
You're haunted.
Antea Duarte, pleased to meet you.
You've been here this whole time.
We have more in common than you might think.
Our predicaments are similar. Each only wants to protect the other.
Then walk from this house, never to return. Leave us be.
We could do that, but Moira will die.
How dare you? What do you want?
People here, well, let's say they lack understanding. How did you keep up the charade? Where did you find the courage?
Spite. We know what they did to the schoolmistress. We know what they do to free women. We took our place amongst them and acted as if we were them. Harshness was the facade behind which we could live.
A false face to the world so we could wear the truth at home. Pretending to the outside world is one thing, but you can't pretend to yourself.
How did two such free-spirited young women end up so far from home? How did you meet?
We were neighbors in Ireland.
Elizabeth, don't. The other settlers.
It's time. Someone must know of us. Someone must remember us.
Your love is precious. You want it to live. I understand.
I doubt you do.
What worries you about the other settlers?
They're Puritans. If them bigots knew about us, they'd chase us from the colony. Or worse. Much worse. To the world, we were sisters. Faithful, devoted, and inseparable. A man come courting Elizabeth was also courting me. Bad leg and all. None stayed. Now, I'm a crippled young woman alone. No family, no money, no position. Marriage to a man may be all I can hope for, but it shall not be happy.
So you grew up together?
Our families had business. Moira's dad worked the sheep farms, mine traded wool.
I was 16 when my leg broke. Doctors said I'd not walk again, that the shock would likely kill me. I showed them. I went to the O'Haras to learn the wool trade. We grew together. We grew to love each other.
And when they pressed you to marry, you fled here.
I'd not belonged to another. It was Liz or no one. New England meant we could be whoever we wanted to be, and no one would know different.
You have loved each other. A love so great not even death could tear it from you. But Elizabeth, You must realize that you are feeding on Moira's life to continue your own flicker of existence.
And what of you? Does the same truth not hold? Are you not hurting him by staying?
We make do with scraps of essence. Banishers, remember?
Show me how. That's your choice and I want the same.
It's not that simple. Us being Banishers is the only reason why Antea can be fed.
And it has its limits. What do you think, Elizabeth? Do you wish the haunting to endure?
Am I really killing her?
It will seem like you aren't at first, but she will wither slowly and then all at once.
Her life is a gift. I don't wish to hurt her.
I can't do without her, not here, not anywhere.
There's a haunting here. We're ready to bring it to a close.
Easiest choice.
Elizabeth lingers in order to protect you, Moira. Her ghost is strong and only grows stronger. Soon she'll become untamable. Accede to her request. Ask for help.
Should we do it, Liz? Should I ask for help?
Yes, you're so strong. I see it and God sees it too. And your love for him will keep the yokels away. Moira, you were the fire in my heart. You tended me. I basked in your glow. My restful heart was your great gift to me.
Don't go.
This is our home, and always will be. As long as you carry me in your heart.
We won't let your woman face the world alone. We promise. Go in peace now, Elizabeth.
You have been here.
She is gone.
Of all the hauntings on, Emilia? Come again? Yep, she's gone.
Hope Moira finds peace.
I hope she can manage on her own.
Can't I simply outrun them? Let's try. They should lose Agbo, not at all. How long do they go? You're kidding me.
Careful. They mean business now.
Me too. And you too.
Oh, shelter with a damp and itchy straw bed. Just how I like it.
It's okay. You light the fire and it's good. Defeating oh, cool. That sounds good.
Oh, there to you, Jacob.
Mr. McCraith, sir?
Stay put.
Yeah, don't need
I
anymore.
try, Mr.
Please.
McCraith. I try.
Perfect. I solve all haunting cases of New Eden, so... Yep, we just have the main mission to go. So maybe during the week we can start Vision of Mana. And... if I got a mail back from the company I wrote to see if I can use their program during the streams, we might also change some streams to something else, but that's still a surprise. And it's also a test to see if
What
it
is
will,
lurking
if
here?
anyone will care about
Time
it
to
or not.
work, Banisher.
No, okay. Already pulled it down. What? Any wolves dare to come close to... Okay. Are you crazy, Dodos?
One less to worry about.
Don't enter like that.
Kate?
Knock. She's a crazy
Where is
woman.
she?
She left.
Good day to you, sir. I'm Red McCraith. I'm the Banisher.
You ass.
No dust. Oh, whoever was here took all the guns.
You'll have to make do with what you've got.
Rose, consider this my farewell. I do not know what irritates me the most, that you still do not want to admit that what you did was wrong, or that you will probably never read this. No, all things considered, what annoys me most is that I chose to write you this before leaving for good and will lack the courage to chuck it in your face. I now know I will not ever be able to make you open your eyes to what you did. I set this death on you where they belong. This is your burden and not mine. To watch you pretend that nothing happened, that life goes on unburdened, unbothered. Suffocates me. Better I leave. Better for you, for me, and for all of those who still trust you. Poor souls, if only they knew. I'll not tell them. I leave it to you and your conscience, if you have one. Goodbye, Rose. You are in charge for good. I shall away to Boston. Worry not for me as I walk along the cliff, and away worry instead for the state of your own soul, Catherine.
It's more serious than Thickskin knew.
Maybe there's still time, if we make for the bridge to Boston.
So where is that Boston thingy? Oh, okay. Not too far away.
Something's concealed.
Camp. Recent. Kate's, maybe.
Did she leave without supplies?
If she did, she can't have gone far.
I promise I would write no more, as I swore I would speak no more, but my thoughts need ink. I fear to ease of my mind. So my love, forgive this newest broken promise, and let me speak in silence of my journal. What I have seen in the woods, my heart cannot endure. Betrayal and rage from beyond the grave, bones and skulls, and fangs and claws. Behind all this, my cold-hearted sister stands, and over the putrid carcass stands my long-lost beloved. How can I mend this? How can Rose mend this? How have the new smith fallen? My sister stood before the carnage of her disgrace and did not blink. I hit her, screamed at her, and railed against her. She was unmoved. I must go. Our arguing surely puts the camp at risk. Ignorant of the truth, the people watch me, tearful rage and fear me. They crave peace of mind, and so do I. The only other way to bring them to the serenity they need would be to expose the dark soul of my sister. I'd rather be a coward than throw another victim to the wolves.
She writes really well. There's emotion in every word. I'm jealous.
Writing's good when you struggle to express your feelings.
Red McWraith, you express altogether too many feelings already.
You like that about me. Right, let's find Kate and get her talking. Wolfpack. No blood, though.
Let's hope we're not too late. She's here.
What are
Oi,
you
Kate.
doing here? How did you find me?
Thickskin said I might find you here when she sent me looking.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
We've not spoken of the beast, you and I. What's your feeling about that day?
The beast. Terror. You? A sick fascination. In service of the dead, you chisel old sins from the hearts of the living.
To help the living, we must know who haunts them. To help the dead, we must know why.
There's no help for the dead. Those poor souls. My sister did for them. May she soon join them.
Deborah was part of the beast. She came for you.
Please, don't.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry to insist, but I need answers.
No, I won't speak of her.
Perhaps now is not the time.
The beast is tied into the nightmare. I must know how.
I know nothing of this.
You fled the nightmare in New Eden Town. The same nightmare killed the woman I love. You must know something.
I am sorry for your loss. Truly. I believe what you say and I'd help you readily. But I know nothing of the nightmare. I'm a simple woman. I have failings. I lacked courage when I needed it. But that is my only crime.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious, I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps, into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
I found your journal, Kate. Stop lying to yourself.
How dare you?
I dare, because you care. Come on, say it. Get it out.
I'm afraid to.
It'll be all right. I promise.
I don't want to care. I don't want to care for them. I don't want to care for Thickskin.
Aye, but you do. And you can. As long as you care for yourself, first of all, so... What's it to be?
I'll go. When I'm ready, I'll return. But she will step down. Further, and you may tell her this, I do not care to keep her secret. Not no more.
All right. I'll tell her it. All of it.
just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut.
Have you found her?
Did Thickskin merit her second chance? We're about to find out.
Kate is safe. She's agreed to come back to the camp. On one condition. You must cede your post.
So that's what it'll take.
Will you do it? Will you keep your promise?
Do you think me a liar?
I've no stake in it. I'm curious, is all.
Curious is one word for it. Prying is a better one. You're a nosy Scots bastard, McWraith, and that's trouble. But all the same, I'll thank you for my sister's safe return.
She's not back.
What's your plan now, if you have one?
I'll pack me things, go into the wild, alone. Better that way, for me, for everyone.
Alone?
Aye, I'm better alone. I survive, Banisher. That's what I do. I survive.
Goodbye, Thickskin.
I could. Yeah, it's just a small trouble.
That woman remains a mystery to me. She worries so about her sister, yet sent scores of people to die.
Aye. It is a mystery to me, too.
Yeah, because they are not her sister. Ta-da!
The mood is heavy. What happened?
Oh,
Got the innocent look, son.
let's go.
I'm not buying. That mutinous varlet escapes her cell and you swan in here without a care in the world. You expect me to believe the two unrelated?
Is he looking for a new scapegoat? Already?
Answer the question, McWraith. Where is Ellen Priest?
Lost your prisoner, have you? Well, I can't blame her for running, but I can tell you this. I had not a thing to do with it. And I don't know where she is.
I should lock you up for this.
You'd enjoy that, wouldn't you?
All right, Captain. Settle down. Walk me through what happened.
I don't know what happened, not exactly. The cell keys have vanished, a mutineer with them. Now, her character is one part vinegar and the other Malaise. Now, who knows what bitter treason she now foments.
All due respect, sir, this is not my circus, and Mrs. Priest is not my clown. This is not Banisher
Just
business.
say it.
That we know of.
While she remains out there, flapping loose like an undone mainsail, there can be no trust in here. Find her, McWraith, and I shall believe you. Find her, and do what must be done.
What do you know of a young woman named Grace?
I don't know where you heard that name, Banisher, but you should not say it again.
It's important, else I wouldn't ask.
Important or not, you'll have no answer.
After all I've done, I rather think you owe me it.
The Four told you, that much is true. but the debt will be settled some other way.
I read the name on a letter. It was a very interesting missive. I don't know what went on between you two, but she really hates you.
And what would you have had me do? Abandon my duty as a father? Allow her to stray from the safety of her people? Away from God? Away from me?
That was easy.
She wished me to bend. But in this world, those who bend must inevitably break. I stood, stout and firm.
The letter told quite the tale. I'd like to hear your side of it.
I have heard tell, sir, of the contumacious Scots, and I did not hear wrong. For you are indeed relentlessly, perversely, bloody-mindedly obstinate.
Why the mystery?
A stubborn and difficult child. Always quick to disobey. Especially when the orders were mine. Never understood her antagonism or hostility. A sheer bloody-minded antipathy. She didn't get it from her mother. Now I have no daughter, and it is all the better for all concerned.
The letter was clear. You're to blame for what happened to her.
She has no one to blame but herself. I tried to prevent it. She would not listen. I hurt her. That, sir, is laughable. I worked hard to make up for her mistakes, so she would not pay the price for them.
Whatever you did seems to have made things worse.
I stood firm. That, sir, is what must be done, and that, sir, is what I do. I stand firm.
Want to tell me what happened?
If you must know it, I sent her away. I exiled her.
Oh, nice, Dad.
Why? Why would you do that?
She left me with no choice. I caught her in an act of sin. I caught her reading, studying. Witchcraft, sir. I caught her studying witchcraft. There was a book. I don't know where it came from, and damned if I could get rid of it, but she would not put it down. Not even after I forbade it.
Now, why does Lammy Haskell suddenly spring to mind? And Deborah, too.
Is this how you love a daughter? By sending her into exile? By visiting gross injustice upon her innocent teacher?
I saved my daughter's life.
If I came to learn your daughter survived, if I knew where she was...
No, I'd have nothing to say to her. For me and all who know me, Grace Pennington is long dead. Think what you will of me, I care not. I did what was necessary, and I'd do it again. And that is all there is to say.
Why is the game so long? I want to play the game again in a long story and blame him for everything. God damn it. I hate that. I hate that man.
Lovely man, really.
Oh, she's back already.
More fire. Stay put.
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
Faded with age. Ought to know what it was for.
I can see. I should take over.
Find the Cabin in the Woods. Wasn't there a movie by Joss Whedon called Cabin in the Woods? Kind of a bit more of a special kind of scary movie of teen Until Dawn, like a teen movie about the end of the world. They don't sacrifice them.
Try this on.
In the end. as a non-horror film aficionado, I would say it's a movie that everyone would have to watch. That one and Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker?
Finally, I saw that before.
Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home?
Yep. The rats.
Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am. Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye.
Transcript ritual of dissimulation. Scribbled handwriting. And the greatness of the shadow is found not only in magic, but also in the world beyond. Thanks to this as yet unsuspected power, the darkness becomes an ally, a protective arm that cradles and protects us, allowing a perfect illusion to the untrained eye. Darkness envelops me, protects my illusion from the light. Fool the senses, blind my enemies, and allow me to live behind the curtain of the alternative reality. Annotations from Seeker. I'm almost successful. The ritual of dissemination is not complete enough, but I must be able to perfect it in my own way. Not surprising coming from a demonology book. They have always been far too narrow-minded to broaden their vision. But with this base, I'll be able to create the perfect illusion spell. Maybe I should go thank him. After all, he took a big risk in copying this ritual. Perhaps, if our paths cross again, then I will thank my latest friend.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Deborah. I hope this letter will find you safe and healthy. I did find the hut, but I'm not staying. I can at least be myself, studying all the things I love. How can anyone be scared of magic? Isn't it a wonderful thing? I have found a safer place, hidden away, a place where I could learn safely and invisible to all. Thank you. I may finally live free, away from him and his need for control. He never acted the father, only a tyrant who called the shots and left no place for difference of opinion. He never tried to understand me. Now all of this belongs in the past, and a new life awaits me. I live where I no longer have to be his daughter. In a way, he and I can both be free. Thank you for your help. I hope to see you soon. Your student.
Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny. And neither is this.
I liked it.
Aye, fair enough.
Ugh.
Same circle as the one on the entrance. But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Sure.
Oh, God. Why can't we fast travel freely?
Whatever it is, out with it.
Now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. It's as if you can't wait to leave.
It's not like that. It's complicated.
Aye, alright. I believe you.
It's never easy.
They're not yet over your accusations, it seems.
We need to think about... Yes?
We found a page ripped from a book. Yeah, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
Really?
It.
Now it makes
You
sense.
never again tried to find your best friend. Your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defense, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Okay.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
I'd speak of past mistakes and how they show you the way to a better future.
That might just work. Thank you.
We saw the pyre. We saw the burned books. What's going on here, Lamentation Haskell?
Nothing's going on here. Not really. All right. Folk despair. They've lost trust in my father. They finished the meeting house, but... well, people talk and foolish people shout. In their wisdom, the flock decided that we were heretics, or worse. They took down the wards, burned our books, and then set fire to our house.
Okay.
They're afraid. Can you blame them?
No, it was inevitable. If anything, I blame myself for failing to see it coming. Without the wards, the situation worsens, and folk blame my father.
Would they be wrong?
Right or wrong, spectres walk once more, and we need the services of a banisher. Or two. If you can bring people peace, I doubt they'll be grateful. But I shall.
We've closed a couple of haunting cases. That might help.
My father shall be pleased. Thank you. We put much faith in you, and every time you prove us right. Perhaps you'd have time to help me with my speech. 'Tis almost written. I need an ending, a high note on which to finish. I was thinking of talking about... you. Would you permit it?
People don't always trust banishers. You can speak of patience, of acceptance, of humility before the Lord.
That could work, yes. With the added spice of your profound wisdom, I believe this speech will help restore the company to peace and temperance.
Who ordered the books burned?
I don't know. Does it matter? It was chaos. I brought my father to safety out of their sight. When I came back the next day, it was like nothing had happened. The pyre was cooling. All my ghosts' wards were destroyed. No one said a word. Funny thing is, they did not find the books I'd already borrowed from my father's shelves. If they had, I'd now be dead.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.